Your weekly love tarot reading begins with the Knight of Cups, a Queen of Swords, a King of Cups, and the Fool. Your person, 10 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. Uh-oh, I already know this is going to be something. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. Well, welcome to my channel. This is Bow and Arrow Tarot. Chances are you're brand new to my readings, brand new to my channel. And each and every week I go through all 12 zodiac signs and I do the weekly love tarot outlook. In those readings, we always take a look at you and we always take a look at someone you have a connection with. You may have multiple connections with people in your life, but you have a connection with a particular person and this is the connection we're looking at. So it may resonate, it may not. Right away, let's get into it. We're going to look at your energies, their energies, how you see each other, how you see the relationship, and the final outcomes. And of course, we're going to get plenty and plenty of clarifiers. But right away, Judgment is at the bottom of the deck. The bottom energy running through this reading. Judgment is all about that call, the call that comes where you're like, listen, it's now or never. Are you going to let go of the past? Are you going to let go of guilt? Are you going to let go of blame and all of the things that are holding you back? Are you going to let go of those things and resurrect yourself, or are you going to hold on? So Judgment is very much a crossroads, a calling point, oftentimes depicted with Gabriel, the archangel. But let's get right into your reading. I'm going to come back to that. You and your person coming in. Knight of Cups, and they are coming in with a 10 of Swords right away. I'm going to talk about them first. 10 of Swords energy. Your person is resonating out of a very long period of struggling, arguing with people, having blows to their ego, not being understood, not communicating well, just constant, sort of, as you can see, 10 swords, just one battle after the next. They're coming out of this stage. They're at the end of it. So this is a resurrection as well for them. This is completion and starting. You're coming in with that Knight of Cups, that beautiful sort of energy of, hey, hello, I'm Aries, and I'd like to get something going here, right? Knight of Cups is all about expressing that love. It's not just a curiosity. It's like you want to move forward with someone. So now is the time that it starts to get a lot more fun and interesting, because we're going to get into some clarifiers. I have to know a little bit more because this is just your base energy that you and your person are dealing with right now. And I love that 10 of Swords because, all the 10s are sort of an end and the beginning at the same time. Can also be, that final blow. It's still difficult. It's still a hard time, right? It's exactly that moment where it breaks, right? You're at that moment where you can't deal with it anymore, and then you're literally a split second at the other moment where it breaks. So it's an interesting energy. Let's jump to you first, Aries. I need to, what came out? 5 of Pentacles came out. Interesting. One more. And an Ace of Swords. Okay. It's quite interesting. 5 of Pentacles to come out over your energy. Aries, there is a new outlook that you have, a whole new outlook. And I think that it's come out of a place of difficulty, right? You may have recently gone through 5 of Pentacles. You may have recently gone through some really difficult times, physically, financially. You may have recently split or been or had to deal with the breakup of relationships or friendships, etc. Let me pull this card out. I want to see this energy a bit more. And it's giving you a new understanding, a new outlook, a new clarity. And so right now, all of this is kind of informing your decision to move towards this person. And make no mistake about it, you are absolutely moving towards this person. So now I'd like to know a little bit more about that 10 of Swords that your person is going through. Show me, what? Yes, 7 of Wands. Wow, show me some more about Aries person. 6, wow, moving away, 7 of Wands. Yeah, so you're dealing with somebody here who has really been through, as I said, a lot of trials and tribulations, but most recently they've decided to stop, right? They've decided to stop, I want to say, um, perhaps dealing with situations or people, right, that have caused them strife and caused them discord. Your person right now, they're dealing with two things. They're dealing with a feeling of having to really sort of defend themselves, fight for what they have, fight for their position. And at the same time, there's a Six of Swords here. So there's a feeling of them really turning away from something. Some of you may be dealing with somebody who's traveling or moving. Some of these energies we're going to get deeper into in the extended, but I think right now the person that you're dealing with is someone who's kind of going through something in their life, right? They're kind of going through a separation stage from a certain particular, I want to say, scenario in their life. And they're at the same time kind of fighting to maintain. You yourself also, I feel like you resonate with that and you can empathize because you yourself, this is definitely reading for Aries that's been through some difficult times themselves recently. So now we get into how you guys see each other. How do you see each other? You see them as a Queen of Swords. They see you as a Ten of Pentacles. So again, this speaks to what I was feeling earlier, that you really can see this kind of like, you can see what they've been through. You know, Queen of Swords, they've been through a Ten of Swords. You could see all of the battles that they've had. Like you could see it in their demeanor. You could see it in their character. You could see it in the way they conduct themselves. And I think it's giving you a really deep sense of appreciation for the person you're dealing with. Ten of Pentacles is how they see you. You know, they have an enormous amount of respect, I'm going to say, for what you've achieved. They see legitimate sort of value in you, quality value. We're going to go deeper. When they see you, they see 10 of Pentacles. So Aries, although you yourself, this Five of Pentacles, this feeling of perhaps having had to start over, you know, hitting rock bottom, something like that. I think this is a memory from your life. This is part of, but it's not necessarily something that they know about. You know about it. And that deep sort of experience that you've had here, I think is one of the things that's making you so attracted to this person, because you're kind of attracted to the same, I feel like you're attracted to the fight and this, you know, you're attracted to understanding that they've been through difficult times, and you sort of relate to that, right? You can relate to that. You can see their character. Queen of Swords is very, very honest about who she is, right? She doesn't cover up anything. She wears her battle scars with pride. And all of this is something that you really find, I feel a sense of deep respect here and just like kind of awe. You're kind of awestruck by them. Now, when I get back to this Ten of Pentacles, as I said, I don't feel like you two know each other very deeply. This is a new connection, or certainly the beginning of one. But they're not aware necessarily of your setbacks. They only see what you're presenting to them now, which is someone who's very strong and successful. Let's go a little bit deeper. I want to go deeper into that Ten of Pentacles first. Show me a little bit more about how your person sees you, Aries. Show me a bit more about how Aries person sees them, because that Ten of, what flipped over? Five of Cups flipped over. And Justice. Wow. Okay, so, interesting. Five of Cups is flipped over. Now, for some of you, they see you. They have Five of Cups energy and Justice. It's very interesting. Almost feels here. Yeah, you guys, this is not an ex, right? But when they see you, they are reminded of an ex. They are reminded. This is the energy coming through. They are reminded of an ex. They are reminded of an older situation, a past situation, a situation where justice has come in, right? They may have had to, justice is coming in now. Let me put it like that. It almost feels, I'm going to be quite specific here, so bear with me. It feels like your person, having met you, is saying something like this, something along the lines of this to themselves. They're thinking about a past lover that really had caused them a lot of pain, probably caused them a lot of this pain over here, a lot of blows to the ego, may have even been somewhat, abusive. Who knows, right? Just difficult, hard, very hurt. And during that time, they may have had to break up with them. They may have gone through a divorce. They may have gone through a period during the breakup that was extremely unfair, where things were very out of balance. They may not have, things just didn't go the way they should, right? And now this person sees you and sees you coming into their life, because I'm looking ahead at this Wheel of Fortune, right? And it's full. You coming into their life, and it's almost as if they're like, ha, to their ex, ha, you never thought. You thought I'd pine away for you forever. You thought you thought that this situation would never be rectified, never come back into balance, right? You thought karma would never come. This is the karma. Right? So in a very interesting way, you coming into this person's life is absolutely reminding them of someone else that they had feelings for. I don't feel that they continue to pine away for them. They're remembering how they used to pine away for them. They're remembering the pain that they used to have. They don't feel that anymore because they're over it. Ten of Swords is done. They're fully in a new stage. They have absolutely, judgment is there. Letting go is absolutely there. Sometimes judgment can be about reconciliation, but I firmly do not feel this is a case of reconciliation here. This is a new connection coming in. Very much. And these are the two cards that flipped over for you. Okay? So what can I say? I was just about to pull your energy to clarify this Queen of Swords, and what came out? Another 10 of Pentacles. So they see you as a 10 of Pentacles, you see them as a 10 of Pentacles, but also as a 6 of Cups. There is a feeling here. Ooh, sirens, you hear that? I hope you don't. There's a feeling here of, again, you guys really being simpatico souls. You really understanding each other. Again, 6 of Cups can oftentimes indicate history and friendship, long-term friendship. But here it's almost as if you both knew each other in maybe in previous lifetimes, or there's some kind of connection here that although in this lifetime you may only just now be beginning to know each other, there's a deep sense here, Aries, that you've known each other forever. And that certainly you've known each other before. I mean, hey, if you're coming to a tarot reading, then certainly you believe in life after death, life before death, and possibly multiple lives, right? So, we're keeping our minds wide open here. And this absolutely feels like a past life soulmate connection that is coming back in. 10 of Pentacles. This union is blessed in so many ways. It will bring abundance in so many ways. There will have been times again where you have hit rock bottom, where they have hit rock bottom, and now you two come together. It's like a power couple energy just resonating up. How do you both see the relationship or your roles in the relationship? This position can be a little bit vice versa. King of Cups for you and 8 of Wands for them. So again, King of Cups can be quite Scorpionic energy, Aries. You may have some Scorpio in your chart, but King of Cups is someone who is like, listen, I know what I want. I know who I want. I know what kind of relationship I want, and I know how I'm going to get it. And that's the King of Cups. Very much the lead in setting the tone. The King of Cups is the one who makes sure to nurture, not so much nurturing, because the Queen is the nurturer, but the King of Cups is the one who makes sure to keep the relationship on track, to keep everything the way it should be going, to keep that fire there, to keep that inspiration there, to keep that vision for the relationship and the future of it there. As for your person, that 8 of Wands is there for them. That is Mercury and Sagittarius energy. And here we're talking about, excuse me, a lot of activity, a lot of information, a lot of energy. Oftentimes this can really indicate a period where you might want to put some boundaries in place, right? So for your person, there's so much happening. This relationship represents so many energies coming in, especially with that Judgment card. I feel like I feel like you are definitely the one who's a bit more sort of settled, stable, certainly stable emotionally. I feel like you're the one who's a little bit more emotionally mature. And your individual, I'm not saying that they aren't at your level. They're very much at your level. You two are very much equals, but they're still kind of dealing with the residue of healing this situation, right? Because they're thinking about a previous situation in regards to the situation they have with you. So this is to say that they're not completely done with, not to say that they're not completely done with it. I don't have any feeling of your person going back to anyone else, but there's still lingering shadow here that needs to come out into the light and sort of be cleansed, right? Be healed and be cleansed. So for them, this relationship really represents a lot for them. It represents a lot of emotions, just a lot of changes, right? And they may not be entirely ready for it, you know. Again, as I say, for their own well-being. Three cards fell out. For their own well-being, they may want and they may decide to put some boundaries in place. So for them, I was thinking about clarifying them, and what came out, that Queen of Cups came out. So your consort to the King has come out. So whereas you see yourself bringing King of Cups energy, your person definitely sees themselves as bringing Queen of Cups. As I said, they're definitely, feels like they're the more sensitive, they're the more nurturing, but they also have this Eight of Swords and Queen of Wands. And again, I want to say that your person is coming from a place where they've definitely dealt with abusive relationships before. Okay, let me be clear. You're dealing with somebody who's definitely had some trauma that they've survived. And so this, all of this energy that I feel here from them, it's just them kind of reacting, I'm going to say, in a way. This feeling of being a little bit overwhelmed by this connection. You know, just have some patience, Aries, because again, as I say, you're dealing with somebody who's had some traumatic situations in the past. And although they are coming to you openly and there's definitely a desire here, I feel, notice so far there have been no cup cards apart from the Queen of Cups here. Right? You have Six of Cups, at least, along with that Queen of Cups. It's not to say that they don't love you, but this is very beginning stages. So oftentimes, you know, in a reading like this, yes, you can present a King of Cups. They can present as Queen of Cups because that's indicative of the properties that you're bringing to this relationship and the compatibility of the two of you. But the love, the actual love for each other is something that has to grow. And something that will grow, right? Right now, we're just talking about the beginning sparks, the beginning stages that bring you together. And as I said, in this stage, Aries, you're dealing with somebody who's still kind of healing. They're still kind of healing something. They're still working through the lingering sort of whispers of a previous relationship that was very difficult. Absolutely, some of you are dealing with a person who was previously in a very abusive relationship. Certainly a mentally abusive, may not have been physical, could have been physical as well, but mentally abusive. And they're a survivor. Okay, now let's go to you, King of Cups. I want to see more about what you're bringing. Star energy, this is a dream come true for you. And Two of Swords, and there's a decision here. And that's something definitely I'm going to be looking at in the extended. If you want to follow me there after this reading, there's a link in the description. But Star energy and Two of Swords, yeah. So for you, Aries, this is a dream come true. This is exactly the type of relationship person, you know, it feels like them coming into your life is exactly what you wanted, but you do have a Two of Swords. You have a decision. Moon and Libra energy, there's a feeling here of making some kind of decision or making a choice, right? Choosing for something. And again, this is quite interesting. All of this and this is definitely something I'm going to be looking at in the extended. If we look at your final outcomes, and don't go anywhere just yet because we're still going to be pulling the Zodiac runes in a minute. Fool energy, Wheel of Fortune coming in. These are possible outcomes and actions for you and your person. And this is what I was looking at earlier in the reading, or at least looking ahead to you with this desire to have this new adventure, to take this leap with this person, to begin something new, to, go into something eyes wide open, not knowing what's going to happen next, but it's worth the risk. Your person, Wheel of Fortune, there's a deep sense here that their fortunes are turning. That as they're healing through this last vestiges of this trauma, this traumatic connection they had, the universe and its divine timing is absolutely bringing in lucky events, lucky sort of activities, the wheel, the eye of the divine is kind of shining on them. And I feel a rejuvenation here. Certainly you're dealing with somebody who probably for a long time felt they had no luck in love. They had no luck in finding a decent person. And so again, as I say, this overwhelming feeling that I have here from your person is very much a feeling of them coming into the light from a very dark place, and you are the light for them. Aries, you are absolutely the light. Judgment is here because, again, I feel like this is a deep, deep period of forgiveness. Certainly for your person, forgiving themselves. All right, let's go into the Zodiac runes. Who are you dealing with? Some of you are dealing with a Taurus. Some of you are dealing with a Leo. And some of you are dealing with yourself, Aries. Some of you dealing with an Aries. Now, what do I always say? Your person may or may not have those energies in their chart. You may or may not have those energies in your chart. Please take it as it resonates for you. All of these things, these little things, they don't have to be there for this reading to resonate. They're just things for the various Aries out there to take the message from, connect the dots, and that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and close this reading, and thank you so much. Of course, I'm going to move right on over to the extended, where, as I said, we're going to be pulling from a fresh deck of clarifiers to get even deeper and to pull out your oracle signs and your animal signs. But for this reading, I'm just going to say thank you so much for coming to my channel, especially if you're new to Bow and Arrow Tarot. Come back each and every week. You get your weekly love tarot reading. But for right now, I'm going to wish you all love, life, and happiness. And I hope to see you guys soon again for your next tarot. Bye-bye.